Hi and welcome to another episode of Roettgen Braai Master. Today we're going to make baby back ribs with homemade coleslaw. And what you need for it and how it's being done, I'm going to show you now. Enjoy! And here are all the ingredients. We need cabbage, carrots, onion, sugar, salt, pepper, milk, mayonnaise, buttermilk, we need some white wine vinegar, we need some lemon juice, we need some paprika powder as well as some mustard. In the next step we're going to chop up the cabbage, the carrots as well as the onion and mix it all together. We're now going to add all these ingredients into a bowl, stir it all through, and then we're going to pour it over the already cut cabbage, carrots as well as the onion. Alright, in no particular order, we're just going to add the liquids as well as the solid items. Alright, as I said, I've already pre-cut the cabbage, the onion as well as the carrots, and now we're just going to pour this over. And we're going to mix it all through. And as you can see, my cabbage and my carrots are a bit chunkier. I like it that way. Obviously, you can cut it thinner, you can cut it even chunkier. It's really up to you. And now we're going to leave this covered in the fridge overnight, preferably for anywhere between 8 to 15 hours for it to really do its magic and do its work. And then we can eat it tomorrow with our barbecue ribs. Alright guys, I wish you a wonderful evening and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, now we're going to take care of the ribs. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They have good meat on top. And now the most important part is that we take the silver skin off the back here. It's actually a fairly simple process. What you do is you take a spoon and you take the small end of the spoon and you just go along the bone and lift that silver skin up. Now the reason why we do this is because we want to get rub all around the ribs, and obviously the silver skin will make it a bit chewier if we don't remove it. Now as this is obviously tough to grip, what you do is you take a kitchen towel, you hold on to it and you just peel it off like this. And obviously it's great that it now came off like that for this video. Well, if you're struggling with it, try to get as much off as you can, and then we're good to go. Now for today's smoke, I'm going to use two different kinds of rub. One from Ankerkraut, Pull That Piggy, and then a self-made one. Obviously you can use any dry rub you like. All you need to make sure basically is that you coat it quite nicely. Now some people use some mustard, some use oil as a base for the rub to stick on. Now for me, you know, you can do it, you don't have to. You can also rub it the night before. I personally don't really see a reason why to do it. I don't think that the flavors excel particularly. All I do is basically I rub one side, let it rest for half an hour, then I turn it around and rub the other side, obviously making sure that I use the same rub on both sides. Yeah, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, I'm gonna finish rubbing these and then I'm going to start the barbecue. And as you can hear in the background, my son is already excited that we'll have ribs tonight. So I'll take care of that in the meantime. As I said, I'm gonna heat up the Kamado to about 110, 115 degrees Celsius. We're going to smoke with applewood chunks today. I think that adds really a great flavor to our ribs. Alright, once I'm done rubbing, I'll see you outside at the barbecue. Alright, the barbecue is up to temperature. As I said, we're going to be smoking with apple chunks, and that should give us about 3 hours of smoke time. We're going to insert the system here, and I've already added a drip pan, and now we're going to let the Kamado come back up to temp, and then we're going to put the ribs on. All right, the Kamado's back up to temperature, and we're going to start smoking those ribs. We're going to be smoking them with the bone side down. And we're going to be using the 3-2-1 method, which basically means we will be smoking them for 3 hours, we'll be wrapping them for 2 hours, and then we will glaze them for an hour. Alright guys, just as a quick tutorial, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a clear, whitish kind of smoke, almost see-through. You don't want any kind of like thick, blackish almost smoke, because that basically means that it's burning way too hot and it's burning too fast, and the wood is actually not able to give that nice aroma to the meat. It would be rather overpowering. So this is what you're looking for, that you get that clear smoke. All right, well, for me it's going to take 3 hours, for you just a few seconds, and then I'll see you when we start wrapping those babies. All right, you guys, roughly 2 hours in, and as you can see, the Kamado is running perfectly at 108 and 107, right where I want it to be. So not too hot, not too cold. We still have a little bit of smoke going as we are entering the final hour of our smoking time. Alright you guys, 2 hours and about 20 minutes in, and as it is with all cooks, you know, you say you do one thing and then it turns out a little bit different. I've already had a look, and this is exactly how I want my ribs to look like. I said we're going to do the 3-2-1 method. However, if they look like this, they're ready to be taken out. Well, first of all, we're going to take them off, and they have great elasticity, have a great color. I've added some moisture to it twice actually over the last 2 hours, and I'm now going to show you what to do with them next. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to cook for the next 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to cook it meat down, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some barbecue sauce to it. Alright. Then we're going to add some more flavor. This is now a different rub I'm using. It is a South African braai and grill seasoning, just to give it that extra little bit of flavor. We're going to add a little bit of honey to make it nice and sticky. Alright, and then we're just going to flip them over onto the meat side. Back looks great as well, and we're going to add a little bit more honey to this side as well, and some sugar, and then we're going to wrap them up, first in butcher's paper and then in some aluminum foil. I don't really like the aluminum foil on the meat itself, so I'm going to use butcher's paper first. I'm going to wrap it all up, and then we're going to use the aluminum foil just to make sure that we don't have anything dripping out of the butcher's paper. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up now, and I'm going to put them back on the barbecue, and then I'll see you shortly. Alright, and they go back on the smoker, remain temperature, and just let them sit there. Alright guys, the 2 hours in butcher's papers and foil are up, and I've made these little trays to make it easier to baste them and then put them back onto the barbecue. Now, if you want to see how that's being done, I have to give kudos to Malcolm Reed at How to Barbecue Right. He came up with it, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. So kudos to him, and I'm going to put a link in the description for you. Alright, the ribs have rested long enough now, and I hope you can hear me over the screaming of the children on the playground. But we're now going to unpack them and transfer them over into our homemade trays. But look at it, that's why I love it. The butcher's paper is held up nicely. They're really nice and soggy and soft, and you can see the steam and the juice coming out. Now I know based on KCBS standards and whatnot, they are definitely overcooked, but that's exactly what I want to see. I'm a European. I love them juicy and soggy and fall of the bone kind of thing. Now we're going to take some of that smoky bacon, put it on the top, glaze them, put them back on the barbecue for probably another 15 to 20 minutes for the glaze to fully settle, and then we're going to eat it together with the coleslaw, which we made last night. Now, important with the coleslaw, take it out about half an hour before serving. So we're going to do that right after we glaze them. But I think they're already looking very pretty, and I'm sure they're going to be tasty as well. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, and then we're going to take out the coleslaw. All right, and on they go. Still, the Kamado is sitting pretty at around 120 degrees. I don't mind that it's a bit hotter now, because obviously I want the glaze to stick. And as you can see, I've maybe size-wise made it slightly too large, but I don't care, we can fold that over. It is just a matter of transferring them safely to and from the prep table. Alright, we're going to close it up and we're going to check on them in about 15 minutes. We might do a second glaze, but we'll see about that. Right, you guys, whilst the ribs are glazing, and obviously for all the hard work that I have been doing so far, I'm rewarding myself with a new beer. This is a Inselsaison, an island season beer from the Roettgener Inselbrauerei. Roettgen is an island in the Baltic Sea, and it has won the world's best beer award in London 4 times in a row. So to myself. All right, guys, there you have it. Baby back ribs and homemade coleslaw. One of the trilogies of American style barbecue. We're gonna dig in now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a thumbs up and a comment, and obviously please hit that subscribe button for more great videos to come. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. See you next time at Roettgen Braai Master.